I mean, so Russ, like, here's the thing, like, it would be hard for any player to go from being the MVP of the NBA to then taking on a role where you're coming off the bench.
Russell Westbrook, a former MVP and 9-time All-Star, now faces a tough truth: no NBA team wants him. Critics say his career is ending, but players have opinions too.
Always vouch for Russ. Always vouch for any time, any chance, that I can team up with Russ after that experience playing with him in Oklahoma.
Paul George, Patrick Beverley, and others are stepping up to defend Russell Westbrook. Their reaction to him still being unsigned raises a bigger question. Why is the NBA turning its back on a legend? In pro basketball, loyalty is rare. Players switch teams, competing one season, then teaming up the next. But when Westbrook, at 36, found himself unsigned, something special happened. Those who knew him didn't stay silent. They spoke out with real emotion and anger, seeing it as disrespect to a great player. Michael Porter Jr., Westbrook's former teammate with the Nuggets, was one of the loudest voices. On September 23, 2025, Porter spoke on the Respectfully Justin Labboy show, sharing how he'd watched Westbrook's tough journey from MVP superstar to role player. Porter's frustration was clear and heartfelt from the start.
So Russ, like, here's the thing, like, it would be hard for any player to go from being the MVP of the NBA to then taking on a role where you're coming off the bench, but you still have, like I said, even me, going from being the best player to then having some injuries and have to accept, like, okay, like, I need to figure out a role. That's tough. So for Russ, to go from MVP to then be told he's gonna play this type of role and to then, go to these different teams and get disrespected by so many people. When he went to LA, he was disrespected crazy. When he went to the Clippers, people hated on him crazy. Meanwhile, he's been the MVP of the NBA. So I feel like all those things weighed on Russ.
Michael Porter Jr. called out Lakers and Clippers fans for how they treated Westbrook during his tough time in Los Angeles. What made his words strong was that he faced the biggest issue: rumors about Westbrook being a problem in the locker room. People had whispered these rumors as Westbrook moved from team to team, but Porter shut them down clearly. He said, "There were rumors about Russ ruining the locker room. That's cap. He bought into the system. He was cheering people on." Porter used his voice to fight the false stories and showed his true respect for Westbrook.
Me and Russ had a good relationship. I looked up to Russ in a lot of ways. When I was young, like, Oklahoma City was the team I watched, KD and him. So it was dope getting to know Russ, and he's a fierce competitor. Like, again, like, you talk about greatness, like Russ to this day, like, he's a little older now. Like, he can still move and stuff, but he's a little older. But every day he's in the gym getting his shots up, doing his thing. The things that came out were like normal things that happen within an 82 game season in the NBA. I don't know who leaked some of the stuff in the locker room. I don't know if one of the coaches, but it was a little strange because, like, the things that came out, like, yeah, teammates are gonna, like, not see eye to eye and they're gonna get into it. It was little stuff though.
Michael Porter Jr.'s defense of Westbrook felt real because he saw it all up close during the 2024-25 season. At just 27, Porter admired how Westbrook worked hard, prepared well, and stayed positive with teammates. Porter wasn't alone. Patrick Beverley, a retired guard turned podcaster, spoke out on his Pat Bev pod on August 28, 2025. He said he couldn't believe Westbrook was still unsigned despite training hard every day. Beverley reminded fans that Westbrook shot 40% from three in Denver and helped win playoff games. He called it disrespectful that no team had signed him yet. Interestingly, Beverley and Westbrook had a rocky past. Back in 2013, Beverley's defense caused Westbrook a serious knee injury. But by 2023, when they played together for the Lakers, they had built respect and friendship. Beverley defended Westbrook against rumors he was bad for locker rooms, saying Westbrook was actually one of the hardest workers who brought energy when the team needed it most. Paul George, another former teammate from the Thunder and Clippers, also shared his surprise. On August 15, 2025, on his podcast, he said it was crazy Westbrook was unsigned after the strong impact he had in Denver. George recalled how Westbrook's leadership kept the team focused during tough times, especially when key players were injured. These voices mattered because they came from players who had seen both Westbrook's best and hardest moments firsthand.
I always vouch for Russ. Always vouch for any time, any chance, that I can team up with Russ after that experience playing with him in Oklahoma. I'm going to be the first to voice, like, because it goes, like, people don't understand, it goes deeper than the on-the-court shit. What he bring off the court to a locker room, to an organization, is shit that you, like, it's one of one. You know what I mean? Like, he's passion, he's, talk about somebody that's just all in and all about the team.
George elaborated on their Oklahoma City connection. "We wanted him back, no cap. He's just so valuable. Not just the points or dimes, but that fire. Teaches the young guys how to compete. If Philly had space, I'd vouch for him tomorrow. What made these defenses powerful was their timing and honesty. They weren't just kind words when Westbrook was doing well. They were real and passionate when he was struggling and being ignored. Porter, Beverly, and George used their voices to say, "You're wrong about him. You don't see what he brings. You're making a mistake." Others joined in too. Kevin Durant and Chris Paul also stood up for Westbrook. When asked about the criticism Westbrook faces, Durant responded, showing support for his old teammate.
Russ? No, not about criticism. I mean, people going to always criticize when you're successful and you're doing your thing for this long. So probably gonna always find something that they don't like about you.
Durant continued.
So when he's retired, people gonna really tell the truth about how they feel about his game. Right now, it's a fun thing to do is to make a joke out of Russ, but he the way he's been playing is since he got with the Clippers, showed everybody who he really is.
Chris Paul added his perspective.
I feel like the only people to do that too is the people who don't know basketball.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? And don't know what it's like to compete. I know for me, Russ is one of my closest friends. You know what I'm saying? And so people that do that, talk crazy, probably wish they could be in that situation. You know what I mean? So
Raymond Felton, a former teammate of Westbrook in Oklahoma City, also spoke up. He was upset about how Westbrook was treated during his career. Felton said, "The man has been hated his whole career. How can you disrespect his loyalty?" He pointed to Westbrook staying in Oklahoma City after Kevin Durant left in 2016, showing his commitment. Even Nikola Jokic, a three-time MVP and Westbrook's latest teammate, showed support. After a game where Westbrook made some late mistakes, Jokic defended him, saying, "It happens, everybody makes mistakes." Jokic had praised Westbrook before as well.
He just waited. I'm kind of a little slower, so he just waited me to get to the spot, and he passed it always on the right time. So he always. I mean, he's a great player. I think people and teams that he was past misunderstand him and didn't give him the opportunity to be who he is.